While I was on vacation, my mom sold my house to pay off my sister's $214,000 debts. When I came back, they mocked me, saying, "Now you're homeless." I just smiled. "What's so funny?" they snapped. I replied, "The house you sold wasn't actually mine. I'm Benjamin, 32, a real estate agent, the responsible kid who always fixed everyone's problems, while my sister Natalie got bailed out of every mess. Every credit card maxed out, every car payment missed. I watched my parents fund her chaos while telling me to figure it out. Before my trip to Maui, I'd set up an LLC to lease a property with an option to buy. My name wasn't on the deed. Smart asset protection. I told my parents I was staying there. Easier than explaining business structures to people who thought I was their emergency fund. Day 7 in Hawaii, I turned on my phone. 19 missed calls from mom, 12 from dad, 7 from Natalie. Dad's text. "Important update about the house. Call now." My hands shook as I scrolled through the messages. "We handled something for you," mom said, breathless. "Your house. It's sold." My fork hit the plate. "You're welcome. Natalie needed help. You'll understand when you hear the numbers." They'd met a cash buyer at a diner. Showed him a Zillow screenshot. Signed my name on a bargain bin deed. Wired $380,000 into their account. Paid off Natalie's $214,000 debt. 4 maxed cards, a car note, an investor course at 19.9% APR. Kept the rest for family expenses. Natalie texted, "Finally leveled the playing field. You can crash on my couch if you're lucky." I booked the earliest flight home. When I arrived, mom stood in the yard directing movers. New owner wants to start renovations. I walked inside. The house smelled like Windex. Natalie was there in a sweatshirt that said, "Blessed." "Hey, Benny, how was Maui?" We sat. Mom beamed, ankles crossed. "We made a tough call, but family comes first." "You sold a house that doesn't belong to you," I said calmly. "It's owned by my LLC under a master lease. The title doesn't have my name anywhere. The deed you signed is worthless." The buyer's face went white. "This is a family matter," he muttered, slipping outside. Natalie rolled her eyes. "Nobody cares about your paperwork games." "The bank will," I said, "when they investigate the fraud." Dad stepped forward, hands in pockets. "Watch your tone." "No." He froze like I'd spoken a language he didn't recognize. Mom tried honey-voiced reasoning. "Benjamin, we saved your credit. We got you out from under. There was no mortgage." I cut in. "There was an option. There was income. And tenants with bookings through October that you canceled in a group text like you were rearranging brunch." She opened her mouth to speak, but had nothing to say. "I've already contacted the title company. We're filing an affidavit of fraud. The wire will be returned or a judge handles it. You forged my signature. That's identity theft. I'm done." "Done with what?" Mom's voice cracked. "Being your backup plan. Your rainy day jar. The person you steal from and tell to say thank you." Dad pointed at the door. "Get out of our family." I already did. The buyer returned the wire within 48 hours. The county flagged the parcel for fraud. My paralegal friend Shay and I filed a cease and desist. Case closed. Mom called 33 times that night. I didn't answer. She left 3 voicemails. Guilt, anger, threat. 3 months later, Dad texted, "We're eating at 6. You should be here." I went to end things. When I arrived, the table was set perfectly. Roast chicken, baby's breath in a jar, the good plates. Mom dove in. "We've been thinking of a plan." I held up a hand. "Stop. There's no plan. Not with me in it." Dad slammed the table. The plates jumped. "You watch your mouth in my house. I will speak to you like an adult because that's what I am. I'm not funding Natalie's life. I'm not co-signing anything. I'm not attending meetings where I'm outvoted and told it's love." "So you're just going to let your sister drown?" Natalie scoffed. "She's not drowning. She's swimming in a pool she can't afford and yelling at the lifeguard." Mom's eyes flashed. "We were saving you." I looked at all 3 of them. "You weren't saving me. You were erasing me." Silence. The clock ticked loud. "I'll answer if someone's sick or if there's a real emergency, but I'm not your emergency fund. Not anymore." Natalie snapped. "So you're just going to walk away?" "Yes," I said. "From this." I left. My phone lit up again. I turned it face down and drove home. Mom texted the next morning. "I don't recognize you." I smiled and typed back, "Good." 3 months later, I bought the house. Paid cash. Put my name on the deed. They wanted a son who would save them. I became a man who saved himself.